الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله 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 الرحمن الرحيم أستغفر الله العظيم من كل ذنب يا رحيم 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 أستغفر الله العظيم من كل ذنب يا رحيم. توبة يا ربي توبة يا ربي توبة أستغفر الله. شكر يا ربي شكر يا ربي شكر. الحمد لله. اللهم اجعلنا من الشاكرين اللهم اجعلنا مع الشاكرين اللهم اجعلنا عند عبدك الشكور صلى الله عليه وسلم يا رب العالمين. آمين آمين آمين. دستور يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء دستور يا سيدي ومولاي مدد يا رجال الله. Inshallah, few words and then we can join the kids in their tents. What can you do? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and this what awliyaullah have narrated, that he said, أتبع السيئة الحسنة تمحوها. Follow the bad deed with a good deed and it will erase it. So the best good deed that you can do and the quickest one is La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah for awamun nas, for the general population, for general people. When you say La ilaha illallah, it will erase the sin you have committed. So when we fall into mistakes or when we make mistakes intentionally or unintentionally, when you say La ilaha illallah, it erases it. Same thing with namaz, with 5 times prayer. When we pray, all the nonsense that we talked about downstairs, it's erased. La ilaha illallah. Everything gets erased by that holy word, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's for general people. For khawas, for the special are the ones that have that are on Sharia, of course, but they have also delve, do you say, into tariqah, delve into tariqah. The ones that have taken tariqah, when they say La ilaha illallah, also they are trying to erase the bad with the good. The badness in the heart of people, because tariqah is spiritual. What is in our hearts is hubb dunya wa shahawatiha, the love of the world and its pleasures. So in tariqah, when we are saying La ilaha illallah, which is hasana, which is a good deed, with that goodness we are trying to erase the love of dunya. So we are trying to replace the the intensity of the pleasures and desires of dunya in our hearts, with La ilaha illallah, you are trying to erase it slowly, to erase what pleases you or what you desire in this dunya, and replace it with the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's for the people in tariqah. So sharia, tariqah, and then haqiqah, the elite, as awliyaullah have said, when they are saying La ilaha illallah, they are leaving shirk wujud al-mawjudat. Wujud. You exist. And Allah exists. So if I have a problem, I'm coming to your wujud, to your presence. So the elite, they cut off. They don't consider you as wujud. Are you here forever? So they are going to the wujud al-haqiqi. They are going to the eternal presence, the eternal wujud, the eternal existence. They are not worried, or they are not concerned with temporary existences. You are a temporary existence. I am a temporary existence. He is a temporary existence. So when awliyaullah, they have hajat, they have a need, they don't go to anyone with a temporary existence. That is wujudul majazi. That is, majaz means it's there but it's not there. You are an image. That image can disappear at any time. Now we have the cemetery here. There were images walking on earth. What happened to these images? They're not here anymore. They're not present. Surah is a picture. It's not here anymore. So awliyaullah, not only they, of course, us, we make the mistakes. Awliyaullah are ma'soom, fallible. No, that is anbiyaullah. Anbiyaullah is ma'soom. Awliyaullah is mahfuz, hifz. They are protected. Awliyaullah are protected. They are under hifz. Awliyaullah, anbiyaullah are under asmat ma'soom. They are infallible. So when we make mistakes, we say La ilaha illallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives. When you are going deeper, you say La ilaha illallah. You're erasing from your heart the love of this dunya and whatever is in it. But when you are going even deeper, you are cutting off. You are not seeing anybody anymore. That is wujud. That is shirk wujud al-mawjudat. You are making partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the people that, by wujud of mawjudat, by the existence of existences. I hope I'm trying to get it through. That's why awliyaullah, when they have a need, they never ever go to any anbiyaullah, awliyaullah. They don't go to anybody except to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they have taken that shirk, that partnership, that if I go to this rich man, he will meet my needs. If I go to this politician, he will meet my needs. I have to present my needs to somebody. International court. Hey, go then, present your needs to all the judges that are looking at you like this. They are all tied up. Yeah, it's obvious. They don't go to anybody. They don't go to any other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They do not present their needs to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What did Sayyidina Yaqub say? إِنَّمَا أَشْكُ بَثِّي وَحُزْنِي إِلَى اللَّهِ. I only ashku means I'm talking, I'm complaining, but it's not in complaint. That means I am presenting my sorrow, sadness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is not asking this one, he's not asking that one, he's not asking that one. So that is the perfect waliyullah. He has cut off wujudul majazi. He has cut off the existence that is temporary, including himself. I am also a temporary group. So when they cut off wujud al-majazi, what happens? في طلب الوجود الحقاني. They are asking for the real existence. The real existence. So that's why they are on that road of suluk. They go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in what? In detaching from everything that is other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your mind. There's nothing other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What we are is ta'yin, assignment. I'tibar means that you assume, okay, he is the president. He is the prime minister. He is the dean. He is the CEO. He is the manager. These are assignments by the mind. These assignments can change at any time. The people that are fulfilling these positions can change at any time. Though these are not real things. So the deeper they get, the more they cut off from temporary existence, and they are going to eternal existence. That is wujud al-haqqani. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is said, when He accepts them, they go into the ocean of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The ocean. When you are accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are in His presence, you are accepted, then you go into the ocean of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, as I explained, I think last week, you were here, Madani, as awliyaullah have said, when you reach that level that you are cut off from all existence and only with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wasn't Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam cut off from all existence? He's gone. When he did Mi'raj, he has traversed all existences until he reached a position that he was out. In Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows where. We cannot explain. It is something unexplainable, so we'll leave it there. But when you are in maqam al-andiyah, they say, when you have arrived the station of being with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the divine presence, He will send you back with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ba represents baqa. So you are baqi billah. That's how you start. You are eternally alive by Allah. Baqi billah. That's the first. Sana. Sana means highness. So you are aziz. You are valuable in front of people. You are unique. There's no second of you. Aziz means something very, very rare. Very, very precious. There's no second. Aziz. That is sana. Sana is highness. That's the scene. Bismillah. Baqi billah. You are eternally staying, existing by Allah. You are also. So these are sifatullah. These are the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He dresses. And it is said that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim contains Ismullah al-A'zam. So when you are dressed by these attributes, then you are somebody that is walking by Nourillah. He is walking by Nour of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is said that Nour shines on their faces. That's why when you see Waliullah, like when we see our shuyukh, you are right away drawn to that beauty, to that light that's emanating from them. So seen is sana. So baqi billah, you are eternally alive by Allah. Sana is highness, eminence. Awliyaullah are always kept high up on the heads of people and in the hearts of people. Mim, mulk. So you are eternally present. You are eternally esteemed in the reign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the dominions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Awliyaullah, Anbiyaullah are as such. Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Allah represents, like we said, Alif represents ahadiyya, oneness. Lam, Lamul Jalal, the might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Lamul Jamal, the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ha, Huwiyya, the identity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So awliyaullah has forsaken their existence and have taken the eternal existence. That is wujud al-haqqani. When they talk about haqqani, it is somebody that has dressed with the lights of the attributes of that holy name, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And what do you do then? You are representing ar-Rahman, you are representing ar-Rahim. You are giving Waliullah, Nabiullah. What do? They give mercy. Ar-Rahman is Am, general, Kafir and Mu'min. They give their mercy to all, like the sun. The sun doesn't differentiate between an unbeliever village or a believer village. It gives its light to all. That is Sifatul Rahman. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of all His creation, whether they believe in Him or not, whether it's a kafir or a mu'min. Rahim
especially for the mu'min. So Waliullah, by taking on these attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by seeking first La ilaha illallah, that is the maratib al-tawheed. Maratib al-tawheed, the stations, the levels of tawheed. The beginner's level, he says La ilaha illahu, as awliyaullah have said. La ilaha illahu. He, who, ghaib. It's they say a third person. You're talking in the, what does the professor say? In the third person? He's absent from you. Who? So the beginner is mentioning, he is remembering the deity, the ilah, the God, the Lord that is absent from his eyes and from his heart. So he says, La ilaha illahu. There's no ilah, there's no God but him. And then when you are in the middle, mutawassit, when you have come to the middle way, you start to say La ilaha illa anta. Now he is present. Anta means you. So first you start, no God but him. Ghaib, third person. Then you start to say La ilaha illa anta. What is that? Second person. And then the last one, it is all in Quran. La ilaha illa ana. When Waliullah, or the salik, the one that is treading the path, moving towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. You are addressing somebody in the third. He said, I give my thanks to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. You are describing someone. But when you say Iyaka na'bud, what is that? It is you. It is the way they say it in manabir and masajid. It is the that you know it, but you are addressing. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Show us the right path. The right path is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be the only one speaking in that presence. So you are two. La ilaha illa anta. There's no God but you. So me and you. And then you will decline, you will diminish until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only speaker. And he says, La ilaha illa ana. There's no ilah but me. There's nobody but me. That is Bahrul Wahdaniyah. So that how the murid gains access to the divine presence. When there's nobody but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he dresses you with that Ismul Azam, with that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. By him, you continue your eternal life. And awliyaullah have done that. That's what we are trying to seek. All starts with zikrullah. All starts with La ilaha illallah. Until we reach that level when you cut off dunya first from your heart, and then at the end you cut off everything else, including yourself. There's nothing in existence except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept us. How does he accept you? How do you become like that? It's easy. Mawlana Shaykh Nazim said it so many times. Easy. Ya abdi ata'ani. You just obey me. I will make you Rabbani. I will make you dressed by my lights. I will dress you from me. Rabbani, what is Rabbani? It means belong to Rabb. Belongs to Allah. And that's why Rabbi comes from. What is Rabbi? It belongs to Allah. A divine person. A holy one. Rabb comes from Rabb. So when you say Rabbani, means you belong to him. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will do it for you, you just obey me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see you come to him by an arm length, and then he will come to you hand length.
Hand breadth and arm length.
Hand breadth. You just come hand breadth, he will come to you arm length. Look, Sheikh, who's a mathematician here? I was shocked when I learned about this. How much is this? 30 centimeters, they say. 30 centimeters. And this, 60, 70 centimeters. So awliyaullah have said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already extended you the hand breadth, because it's two. That's how I read it. He already gave you the first distance that you are moving, and he's giving you the second distance already. So the dhira, the arm length, is already two hand. That's what I went on Google to see what the arm length and the hand length, and it's almost double. So awliyaullah have said, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you approach me with a span of a hand, I approach you with the span of an arm. That means he already gave you the span of the hand from the beginning to start with, and he's giving you the rest. So it's all by him. What he needs you to do is ata'ni, as Mawlana Shaykh Nazim used to say, just obey me. Obey me, my servant, and I will make you all you want to be. What do you want to be? You want to be his servant. You want to be his servant. That's what we want. You don't want to be anything else. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to gain access to where awliyaullah and anbiyaullah have gained access to. I read this verse this morning and I forgot to talk about it. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَنُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ فِي الصَّالِحِينَ in Surah Al-Ankabut. The ones that believe and do goodness, لَنُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ, I swear, we will make them enter. We will force them to enter. فِي الصَّالِحِينَ, in between the pious ones. Awliyaullah have said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِمَحَبَّةِ اللَّهِ, the ones that have believed in the love of Allah. And طَلَبُوا, and asked for Allah. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and they did what makes them move towards Allah. So the ones that have believed in the love of Allah, that it exists, and they wanted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, they did what makes them get there. So they did what makes them move to Allah. لَنُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ, we will definitely, surely, he's making an oath, we will make them enter فِي الصَّالِحِينَ. He will make you enter مَقَامُ الْأَوْلِيَاءِ وَالْأَنْبِيَاء. From wherever the saints and prophets have entered, he will make you enter through the same way to meet them, to be in that group. So all you need to do is to believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you to love you. And you have to seek his love by moving towards him with zikrullah, with cutting every other love. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is promising you, I will force you to enter through that door, through that maqam that anbiya and awliya entered through. Fi salihin means salih, who is salih, anbiya and awliya, prophets and saints. So if you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love, and you're seeking his love, and you're making zikrullah, he promises that he will make you go through the door that Mawlana Shaykh Hisham went through. How did they get there? That the door through Mawlana Shaykh Nazim went through, how did he get there? He believed in the love of Allah, and he wanted the love of Allah, and he wanted to move towards him. His Shaykh, what did he give him? He gave him zikr, khalwat, riyazat, he called it. Seclusion. And riyazat means exercises, which is basically what you have to recite. Adam alayhi salam, it is said that he saw a level higher than his level in Jannah. He said, Ya Rabbi, how can I reach that? He said, Oh Adam, you will only reach that by crying. He ate from the tree to go down to earth and cry. That's one of the explanations of awliyaullah. You can only reach that level by crying for me, by yearning to me, for me, by wanting me. Jannah is not a place of crying. Jannah is a place of happiness. You have to go down. Mawlana Shaykh Nazim said that he came down and he was in uzla, he was alone. 300 years. Khalwa for 300 years. If you believe in the love of Allah, that high station that he saw. There's ma'rifatullah, there's muhabbatullah. If you believe, that's why Habibullah is the highest level. So many Anbiya had ilm, had ma'rifah. But Habibullah, the one that reached that ultimate love, it can be reached if you follow him, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he wanted that. He said the only way is crying When you are separated from your love, what do? You cry. You see the kids crying for the iPad? Separate them 5 minutes, Sheikh. Take the iPad from Nour for 5 minutes. They will cry. They will cry. He said, you want me? You have to cry. 300 years uzla. Adam alayhi salam on earth. No other human being. Because Sayyidina Hawa was somewhere else. He was somewhere else. It is said that he was on one foot crying. Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted and He dressed him. Then He said, okay, now teach your children. That's why he was the first messenger. Teach your children how to get that level, that high level. So the door that our shuyukh have entered through is zikrullah. They believed in the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They wanted it. They did zikrullah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, I will make you go through that door. في الصالحين لندخلنهم. We will surely make them, we will admit them. في الصالحين. Right in between the pious ones, which are Anbiya and Awliya. Inshallah, we can be with them. Inshallah. So all you need to do is ati'ni, obey me. So if you know something is wrong, Allah gave you aql for that. Allah gave you a mind for that. You know something is right, you do it. You know something is wrong, you don't do it. Aql in Arabic means aqal al-naqa, means pull the reins. So when your ego is like the sheep wants to eat everything out there, no, you say this part is no, it's no good. You pull the reins. That is aql, means you are pulling back. So when you use your aql, you do what's right, and you do what's wrong, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you, will get you faster. You approach Him by a hand span or breath, He said, and then He has already extended it to you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will pull you through, inshallah. Inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us with Anbiya and Awliya. Ameen ya Rabbi. بحرمة الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم وبسر سورة الفاتحة. Ameen. تقبل الله. Inshallah, we'll meet again for Mawlid, is it? See, the Anwar is having Mawlid tonight. What time do we know? Nobody knows. After dinner. What time is dinner?
5:30.
After Asr. What time is Asr? After 6. So, after dinner is Mawlid. Okay, well, that's better, Sheikh. So Asr 5:30, and then dinner until 6, until 7. And then we have an hour till Maghrib. That's good, Sheikh. And then we can pray Maghrib as well. Okay, so it's going to be a long khalwa for you and Riyaza. It's going to be exercise. Adam loves the exercise.